Hello, Joy family. I'm coming to you a little wet. I didn't plan my time this afternoon very well, so I am fresh out of the shower, but that is all right. We are going to have fun because you're not here to focus on me anyway. Let's see who is here with us tonight. And welcome in, by the way. This is the Joyful House, and I am so delighted to have each and every one of you here. And welcome to Joy House Tea Party number 40. Okay, let me head over to the front door and let's see who we have here with us tonight. Oh, I've got so much I cannot wait to share with you guys. And we have an eagle that has landed. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Margie. And she says, "Nugs, everyone." And Miss Angela is here. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. Thank you guys so much for coming in and loving on each other. And Angela says, "Hi, Cynthia." And she is saying hello to everyone in the chat. She is doing fine today. And she is drinking water and she is working on a top. Well, so glad you are here, Angela. Cynthia, did you get my triangles that I sent Tuesday? It was green. I don't think I did, Angela. I don't think I did. So if you can send it again, I'll make sure it goes in next Wednesday's update. And we have another eagle that has landed. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Candi. And she says, "Nuggies, nuggies, Candi." So good to see you. And who else is here with us? We have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help us give a great big joyful eagle welcome to the lovely Tiffany. And she says, "Hello, everyone." Welcome in, Tiffany. And everyone is giving each other love. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And hello, Don P. Welcome in, Nugs, nugs. Always so good to see you. You guys, look at this amazing love just pouring out in the chat. Thank you so much for that. That is what makes the Joyful House such a very special place. So thank you so much for the way you are loving on everyone. And Candy's asking, how is everyone doing today? And hello, Suseanne. Welcome in, Nugs, nugs. We'll be sharing a big thank you to you in just a little bit. Tiffany says, excuse me, "I'm good, Candi. It's been a quiet day here today because my son chose to stay awake all night, so he slept all afternoon." Nice. And she is asking Candi how her day has been. I know Candi opened up the store this morning, so she's probably a little bit tired. She is probably resting at our tea party. So get comfortable. Get comfortable, Candi. All right. Look at all this beautiful love in the chat. And she says, "Oh, wow, Tiffany, I worked this morning and we had 2 truck deliveries. Frozen foods, no less, y'all. And you know, that's heavy." And that's me telling y'all I was running a little bit late. I had to get everything open and set up. So Margie says, "Oh, wow, Tiffany, poor guy, praying he's feeling better." Oh, I must have missed something. Uh-oh, I missed something. I must have missed something. It must be missing from my chat. Tiffany says oh, never mind. My bad. I thought she was saying that off of Candi. She's saying that off of Tiffany for Elijah. And Tiffany says he's feeling much better now, but because he slept at very odd hours last week, it has completely thrown his sleeping schedule off. I'll start getting it back to normal starting this weekend. Yes, you guys, can y'all believe summer is ending for the kiddos that go back to school? I just feel so much for them because, you know, we used to have a full 3 months off. But oh my gosh, it's so hard to imagine that the summer is almost over. The fact that July is almost over. Just one more day. Oh my goodness. Again, everyone is loving on each other. Melatonin to the rescue for a couple nights, I think, she says. Oh, Margie says, Tiffany, give him a big nug from me. So sweet, so sweet. All right. And Miss Dawn, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we will celebrate this at the end. And I promise you, I will remember. I have it written in my notes. I keep saying that. And then the last time I went right on out and we did not celebrate them. So I apologize for that. Thank you, Dawn. We have a few cute little ones that'll start popping up instead of that big old, thumbnail. So I'm excited to give those a try. And as many of you know, there's such a fresh look to the channel, but we're going to talk very, very minusculely briefly about that in just a moment. So, but thank you for that. Hello, beautiful Samantha. Welcome in. So good to see you. Nugs, nugs. And again, look at this beautiful love just pouring out in the channel. And while I am going through the rest of the chat and welcoming everyone in, if you will tell me in the chat, what are you? What are you? You know the answer. And if you are new here or you've not been here and know what the answer is, you will soon start seeing it and know what it is as the chat fills it in. And I am highly encouraging you to join in and say it, because the more we tell ourselves things and give ourselves positive affirmation, the more we will believe it. And that is pretty much my main goal about the tea party. It's not just about sharing tea and crochet, which are two of my greatest passions. It is not just about having time with great friends and company, but it is also about affirming one another and encouraging and motivating and lifting each other up. And so the best way to do that is by telling me in the chat what you are. And as soon as I get to the bottom, I will join in and I will answer that question myself. Hello, Nisi. Welcome in. Beautiful nugs to you. Oh my goodness. It is just a joy to have you here. And she says, nugs to all in the house. And thank you guys so much for nugging her back. I appreciate that so much. You know what, Samantha? We went very simple tonight and it was so good. I had half of a ham and cheese sandwich with lettuce on it, and it was an actual like spiral ham from the deli, and then I had a little bit of Doritos with it. So that was our dinner tonight, and it was simple, but it was so yummy and good. Continue to have all this love in the chat. I love it. Candi says she is working on her harvest blanket and she is chilling. I love it. I love it. So Joy family, the Joy team is continuing to work on their Harvest Friendship blanket, and you will begin to see more pictures of that on the community post, as you have been all along. And as you know, we've already shown the showcase. We did that for their mystery make-along on Monday, July the 20th. So that is on the channel if you haven't seen it. They ended up making these very beautiful, beautiful table runners with butterflies on them. But anyway, they will soon be starting Mystery Make-Along number 12. This coming up week is the week that I take off from the channel. So the very following Monday, which will be August the 10th, they will begin Mystery Make-Along number 12. It is hard to believe now that we've been doing this. I keep saying 2 years, but I think it's actually 3 years now. So we'd love to have you come join us. And got just more love pouring out in the chat. Hello, Laura. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. Dawn says, Candi, I just finished my homework from Tuesday. Well, I look forward to getting y'all's pictures, and I'm sure the Joy family looks forward to seeing them. And Joy family, thank you so much for the support that you give them by leaving a comment on the post. I really appreciate that. And I know it makes them feel good to have that affirmation as well. And especially when you comment on their color choices and just the way that the project is looking. So, all right. Again, thank you so much for all this love in the chat. I believe I'm getting close to the bottom. So if you guys will start dropping me some emojis, that would be most helpful. I am doing good today, Samantha. I was going to wait and say something after, we got into the spill the tea section, but I'll just quickly just say something here and then we can just be done with that. But if you don't know, and for those of you who do know, 2 weeks ago tomorrow was my birthday, and I lost all 6 years of my YouTube content. And it was very disheartening and very overwhelming and frustrating. And I went through all kinds of range of emotions. I was angry. I was upset. I was devastated. I lost like everything. And so I have spent the better part of the last 2 weeks rebuilding the channel, getting it so that we could have, all of our lives and videos and not have them be disruptive. And to be quite honest, I have sacrificed a lot of sleep. But in all of that, my health has been cooperating. I hope I haven't pushed any buttons and upset it, but I haven't been dealing with the vertigo or the dizziness. So I can officially tell you that as of 2:00 this afternoon, I finally completed everything with the exception of restoring the videos that I play during intermission to recognize the Joy Team and the gifted memberships. But I spent 4 hours today going through over 2,000 songs. It actually was a little bit more than 2,000 to try and find that same music that I have used for the last 6 years on the Joy Team so that it could stay with the recognition of the Joy Team. And I finally found it. And after I found it, I went to bed. I had been up since 4:30 Wednesday morning. And so I went to bed and crashed at 2:00 this afternoon. And so anyway, I have all the slides done for that. So literally all I have to do is put the slides into my editing software, slide that music in, make sure it all fits well, and do all that editing process and have them ready for tomorrow night for our grand finale. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So I am doing well. And even in spite of all the lack of sleep I've had, I feel great. And what's even more beautiful is I still hope that there's a possibility that they can restore my data, because I really would like to have, my designs back. And I would love to have all the pay patterns that I wasn't able to find and retrieve, because I was able to find and retrieve some. But as far as the content on the channel goes, I am really grateful that I had been forced to recreate them, because I think they're more fun. I think they're more innovative. I think they're more simple, but it doesn't take away from what I give to you. I just think that it is going to be just a huge fresh start. And the way I told it to Todd yesterday was this was not a chapter that closed for me and a new chapter began. I truly feel like it was a book that closed, and this is a whole new book that's starting. And to be honest, I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And now that it's all done and I have the tools I need to move forward, I just think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great because it's going to be kind of in that feeling of less is more. So less work behind the scenes, but able to give you more, when we're together. And truly that's really how it should be anyway. So I'm kind of grateful and blessed that I lost everything, but at the same time, it would be nice to have, like I said, my own personal designs that I made. I'd love to have that knowledge and information back, and I'd love to have all the pay patterns. Especially the one I think I'm most upset about losing was the packet of Christmas stockings that I had purchased to make knitted Christmas stockings. I was really excited about kind of diving back into knitting a little bit, and I've always wanted to make those Christmas stockings. My aunt made some for Todd and I and the boys, and we had those all growing up. I had them as a young girl growing up in my parents' home, and so I would love to be able to pass the legacy of that on, and also make them for my own grandkids. But anyway, I bought it once, I can buy it again. So that is that. I hope you like all the new changes. I hope you like all the new thumbnails. Again, I'm trying to keep everything consistent. If something happens at one time, it will always happen at that time. So, yeah. There we go. This is the part I live for today. Yes, Margie, you are beautiful. Suseanne, yes, you are beautiful. Samantha, yes, you are beautiful. Hope I spelled it right. I was in a hurry. Dawn, I celebrate me. I love that. You guys, this is an amazing song. And if you've not heard it, you need to hear it. And if you're part of Bible chats, it is in the information box of Bible chats that will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. But if not, go to YouTube and just type in I Celebrate Me. What a beautiful song. Talk about uplifting and encouraging. Thank you, Dawn. And Dawn, by the way, you are beautiful. Samantha, you are beautiful. I am feeling much better, especially now that I have all that excess work done. Because you guys, it's been pretty much close to 3 weeks since I've done really any like heart-to-heart crocheting. So guess what your girl's going to be doing this weekend? She's going to be crocheting. So I will definitely have some stuff to show you when we come back to our next tea party in 2 weeks. All right. And Tiffany said she would give Elijah a hug for Margie. And I think, well, a couple more comments here. Uriel, hello, Nugs, welcome in. Thank you guys for loving on Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for loving on our other friends. Love it, you guys. Look at that beautiful love in the chat. All right, I know there's more people in the chat. I need to see more I am beautiful, because you are. You are. Nisi says, that's good news, but wow, what a lot of work and hard starting. I'm so sorry. Yes. So I still have moments. I'm human. I still have moments where, you know, it's just like grief. You know, it comes, you have your good days, you have your bad days. But for the most part, I have the tools I need. And this is the thing. You know what I had this time going in creating that stuff that I didn't have 6 years ago when I started my YouTube channel? I didn't have the wisdom and knowledge. Back then, I just, you know, jumped right in, feet first, head first, body first, and I just ran with it. But this time I was able to bring some knowledge and some grace with me, and I was able to make wiser decisions. And again, that whole less is more is really a good thing. And so I'm truly fulfilling my one and only New Year's resolution at this moment, which is work smarter, not harder. And I hate to say that it took me losing my hard drive and all of my content to get to that place. So God is definitely disciplining and seasoning me, but sometimes that's what a good parent has to do. And I'm grateful that my Heavenly Father has taken things out of my hands and forced me to be a little bit more obedient, because I think it will be a healthier lifestyle going forward. And my goal is to bring positivity to you guys and joy, and not so much exhausting my energy behind the scenes that when we're together, it's just kind of like a checkoff list. I don't want that. So now I feel like I am actually truly giving you the best content I've ever have with quality and not quantity. And to me, that's huge. That's huge. And while we're on that, I do want to give a big shout out to Wanda and Tiffany. And I know they both are not expecting this or asking for this, but you guys, they have literally sacrificed with me, and they have been with me behind the scenes, just sitting there for hours upon hours upon hours. I think one night Wanda and I literally, we stayed up all night long. I think we were on together for like 7 hours, and literally she sat there and crocheted and allowed me to do what I needed to do. And it wasn't like a social hour. She literally was there to physically support me so that I didn't get overwhelmed and I didn't get frustrated, and I kept going and stay true to the task at hand. Because when you are creating something, whether it's a craft project, whether it's, content, it takes a while to envision and pull that together, find the right pieces and the right tools to bring something to life. And so each thumbnail, it wasn't something that was just randomly put together. And so it took time. And so I'm very grateful to both of those ladies for giving a lot of their time and just being there, just being present, so that I was literally not sitting there going through all of that, which helped keep the emotions down. And so thanks is just not enough, but thank you, Wanda, and thank you, Tiffany. Yes, thank you, Samantha. I would love it if you guys would consider leaving joy thumbs. And hello, Mishy. Nugs, nugs, nugs. And Mishy, thank you so much for your sweet gift of the jewels. I appreciate that. And of course, just like super stickers and super chats, if you give those jewels, you also go on that wheel in case that should be where a random giveaway will happen. You guys, we have another eagle in the house. So if you will, help me give a great big joyful eagle welcome to our lovely Wanda. She says hello and nugs everyone. Just getting home from Walmart, taking stuff into the apartment. Well, so glad you're here. Hope you get that done and you can settle and rest a little bit. That's a big chore. It's big enough going and doing the shopping, but then having to haul it in and put it away. It's like laundry. I don't mind washing and drying, but that folding and putting everything away, whew, it can be daunting at times. But we got to do it, right? Thank you guys so much for loving on our sweet Mishy. I appreciate that. And loving on our Wanda. Look at all that love in the chat. If you're coming in, do you know the magic word? Tell me what you are. And if you don't know, you can look up in the chat. But if not, I have jumped on that bandwagon right here as well. Again, the more we give ourselves positive affirmation, the more we believe it. And it is true. You are beautiful. And Mishy says she is lurking, not chatting. Love you. Prayers appreciated. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was going to say, I knew I had brought my prayer book back in here. So guys, give me just a second to add Miss Mishy to my prayer list. Today is the 30th, correct? Yes. and my book is kind of still all one day, but I will get rest tonight. Thank you, Mishy, for trusting us with the honor of lifting you up in prayer. Again, thank you guys so much for all this beautiful love. Hello, Angela S. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. Thank you guys for loving on her. She said, just now checking in, been outside chasing our fun. Daughter is playing with cousin in the sprinkler and in the pool. I love it. Oh my gosh, how fun. Hello, lovely Bridget. Welcome in, and nugs to you. So good to see you. She says, nugs, friends. Thank you guys so much for the love you are giving, Bridget. And hello, Jen Reeves. So good to see you, Miss Jen. I love you. Glad you are here with us. I am truly sorry that I was not there. And I know I said I would be, but I just dove right back into working on this stuff behind the scenes. But it is done, y'all. It is done, done, done. We are ready to move forward. Thank you guys for loving on our sweet Jen as she came in. Cynthia, you look so much more relaxed having that channel stuff done. I feel relaxed. So I'm a little wet right now, but I'm fresh and clean for you. But thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. Love this love in the chat, you guys. Look at that. So beautiful. Tiffany saying hello and love to her husband. I love it. U1 is his movie night code, number, whatever you want to call it. And so she calls him U1. Yes, ma'am, Angela, you are indeed beautiful. Okay, I am at the bottom of the chat. So you guys, if you will drop me some emojis, I will greatly appreciate it. And if you are ready, it is time to express our joy. If you're new here, this is something we like to do. We like to come in, fill our joy tanks, have a joyful evening together, but then take that joy with us and take it with us throughout the week and share it with all that you can. I think it's very important that we not only be joyful, but that we live our joy as well. So let's express our joy tonight. Awesome. Well, I do hope that while you are here, you will indeed find your joy and fill your joy tank all the way up to overflowing. If you will, let's take a step over to the party room because we have some folks that we would like to celebrate. And so if you will, join me in singing happy birthday to those that are celebrating birthdays this week. And we have Miss Marsha Lee from Blind Stitches Creations and Juan the Yarn Addict. So if you will, let's sing happy birthday to them. All right. Happy birthday to them. And I do hope that they are having a very beautiful week. Bear with me, you guys. My little thing here is not cooperating. Okay. And now I'm just not pushing the right buttons. Here we go. Happy birthday to them. All right, we do have some anniversaries that we do need to recognize. So if you will, join me. We have a Joy Team member that is celebrating 4 years of being on the Joy Team. So if you will, help me give a great big shout out to Lucy. And joining Lucy, we have a Joy Team member that is celebrating their 1 year anniversary. So if you will, help me give a great big shout out to our lovely Dawn P. So thank you, Lucy and Dawn, for all the love that you bring, not only to the Joyful family, but also to the Joy Team. Appreciate that extra level of support. And so happy anniversary to both of you. Okay. We have some new Joy Team members that have been gifted membership. So if you will, join me as we recognize them. We have gifted by Miss Wanda, Poppy Love, Knit Pearl and Skirl with our lovely Granny D, Zahara Tabassum and Catherine Rose Garland Creations, and Chris's Kaleidoscope. Thank you, Miss Wanda, so much for gifting those memberships. Greatly appreciate the generosity that you have given to those individuals. And then Miss Margie has gifted some memberships to Kiwi's Crochet Corner, Becca Bullard, Gwen Searles, Bree's Little Yarn Corner, and Growing What I Eat. And thank you, Miss Margie, for your generous gift. Appreciate that so much. And in mentioning Bree from Bree's Little Yarn Corner, you guys, I have word that she is in the hospital in Texas. She is not doing well at all and could really, really benefit from all of your prayers. So if you'll keep her in your prayers, greatly appreciate that. And then gifted memberships from the channel is Elizabeth Aaron Crochet, Mary King, Crafting Adventures with Amy, Denisa Smith, Joe's Beauty Room, Sarah Mahoney, Dayru, Kelly Crochet Me Pink, Lana from Lana Nana Banana Crochet, and Cami the Yarny Horseman. So I want to welcome all of these folks to the Joy team. It is a joy to have them with us. And just a reminder to everyone that next week is what I call Joy Week. That is the week that you guys have allowed me to take off from the channel to kind of close out July and prepare for August and all the events and activities that we have coming up. So I am grateful for that. So all activities will take place the following week, starting August the 10th. Next week, we do have a couple things that will still be happening. So you'll want to make sure you still check that out. We will still have different posts happening on the community post. I don't know if you have figured out that on Wednesdays now on the community post, I have what is called Check-In Wednesday with you guys, and it offers some kind of inspiration or encouragement little note. So I hope you'll check that out to help kind of get you through the hump of the week and through to the weekend. And then next week, we still have Crafts of the Heart that will be airing on Wednesday, and would love to have you guys come join us with that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then Traveling Box of Joy will have an update next week on Tuesday. I'm going to talk about that more in just a minute. But if you will, help me welcome in our new Joy Team members. Okay, let me head back over to the chat real quickly. And I'm looking for those emojis. And thank you so much, Dawn and Margie and Angela. I found them right away. Thank you, Jen, for welcoming Angela in. Hello, Katie. Welcome in. Nugs, nugs, my sweet friend. So good to see you. Happy Thursday. Thank you guys so much for not only loving on each other and pouring that love out in the chat, but also celebrating those that are celebrating their birthday and their anniversary here in the Joyful House. So love it, love it. Hello, sweet Alicia. Nugs to you. Happy Thursday. Welcome into the Joyful House. Hope you're doing well. We just got so much love, you guys. I love it. Look at that. You guys are what makes the Joyful House beautiful and joyful. You know that, right? And we have some Joy Team members that we would like to recognize. So if you will, join me in recognize. Oops, where did it go? There it went. Miss Dawn again. She is celebrating her 1-year anniversary. So Miss Dawn, this is for you. And we also have Miss Margie, who is celebrating 49 months of being on the Joy Team. Y'all, that is 4 years and 1 month. Thank you so much, Miss Margie. And Miss Margie, this gift is for you. And then Alicia is celebrating 15 months. That is a year and 3 months. And she says, nugs to all. Jesus makes us all beautiful. And indeed he does. Thank you so much for that, Alicia. And Alicia, I have a little bit of celebration for you as well. Okay. Thank you guys so much for that. Laura says she had paint last night. Oh my gosh. Painting is so much fun. I know you had a great time. Right, Margie? That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you, Samantha, for wishing a happy birthday to our birthday family. Angela says, love to stay, but going to go chase my daughter. She is my joy. Nugs to all. Nugs to you, my sweet friend. Thank you for stopping by. And with that, it is time for us. Thank you guys for loving her out as well, by the way. It is time for us to have some tea. Tom P is celebrating 2 years. Is she? Thank you, Margie. I will make that correction. I apologize, Dawn. I will get that taken care of. And I will correct it on the community post as well. Thank you, Margie. Great news. I had an appointment with my surgeon yesterday. It was in the cancer center, my one and only visit, thankfully. He told me little chance of having that again. Biopsy benign, discharge from. Oh my gosh, that is awesome news, Alicia. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for celebrating. That is awesome. Oncology to my regular doctor. It looked like cancer, but it was not. Praise the Lord. That is great news. I know you are like over the moon about that. That is awesome. Okay, as I head back over to the tea room, if you guys will drop me some emojis, I will greatly appreciate that. So I'll be able to find my way back into the chat. And tea tonight. So first off, let's just go ahead and jump right into spill the tea, because the tea I'm having tonight falls under a spill the tea recognition. So first off, last week was when we chose our July tea winner, and it was Miss Jen, and Miss Jen chose to gift it to me. And I appreciate that. Although Miss Jen, I do think, and I agree with Wanda, she commented on a comment on the community post that even though you're not a tea drinker, this is very different. So you might want to try it. But Wanda had gifted me some. We've been gifting it on the channel as well. And probably we'll gift it again next month. But I have a new flavor that the person who wins tea when it's time to do our tea giveaway for August can choose between either this regular chai tea latte, or there was another flavor, so I decided to get it, and it is mint ginger. And Miss Suseanne was so sweet and sent me a little bit of money for my birthday. And so, Miss Suseanne, this is what I chose to spend it on. And so I wanted to say thank you. And you are sponsoring our tea tonight. So I have my water already brewed and was keeping it warm. So I'm going to go ahead. I chose my Friday. Oh, no, I thought this was my Friday glass. This is my fun first, responsibilities later glass with Snoopy, so that you guys could see it. But it's so rich and creamy. Now, I will tell you, I opened the box last night and had one and already tried it, and I had it with milk, and it was really, really good. Really good. Tonight, I'm going to do it with the water. But again, this is the mint ginger instant chai tea latte. And you can see it says just add hot water, but you could add the milk. The milk is really good. It comes in this kind of packet, and this is the same way this one comes. And I'm just going to grab my scissors so I don't spill it, because it is a powder. It's got a little bit of milk already in it. That mint is beautiful. So you can see it's got a powder in it. There we go. So I'm just going to pour this in to that warm water. Just like that. And I'm going to grab my little kitty paw print spoon and start stirring that up. And then it is ready. It is all ready to go. And this is a chai tea latte. Let me just grab might have a napkin. Yeah, I've got a napkin right here. Knocking things over. Okay. Whew, that spoon is hot. Yeah, that's a little bit hot. It's still, so we're going to let that just sit to the side and cool for just a moment. But let me know, what is in your cup? What kind of beverage did you bring to the tea party tonight? Okay, spill the tea. First thing I want to talk about is the traveling box of joy. If you were here last Thursday, I let you guys know that the traveling box of joy did go out on July 17th as scheduled. And my son actually helped me get it to the first person, and that will be revealed the very first part of next week. So Tuesday, August the 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the next Traveling Box of Joy video update will go live. And you will find out where it has gone to. And then the next time we come together, you will get to see the joy that person got from the Traveling Box of Joy. I am trying to make Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time the Traveling Box of Joy slot. So that's when I'm going to try to have the videos uploaded. As long as I have the content from each person by then, that's what my plan is. So there might be a week or two where we might skip a week and not have an update, but that is okay. But Tuesdays at 1 is where you will find those if there are going to be one, and they will be listed on your Monday agenda post on the community page. And I asked Miss Dawn to hold on to the Traveling Box of Joy when she got it. I wanted it to still go out as it was supposed to, but I did ask her to hold on to it because that's the same day that I lost my hard drive, and I didn't have any of my Traveling Box of Joy content. So I had to recreate all my emails, all my clip art, all my videos, all that kind of stuff. And again, you're going to see that the Traveling Box of Joy video is not like you've ever seen it before. It is all brand new, and I love it. I love it. But anyway, thank you, Miss Dawn, for housing the Traveling Box of Joy in your home for 2 weeks. And she has now received where it will go from her. So it will soon be traveling again. And so stay tuned, and you'll find out next week who has it. Well, I guess I just told you. So Apple, there was an apple for you guys. So of course I got to give you this. So Miss Dawn P is where it went to first, but you'll have to tune in next Tuesday to the video to see where she is sending it to. All right. And we already talked about the gifted tea from Jen and Suseanne. We're going to save this stuff for last. I've got some yarn to show y'all. And so we're just going to skip right into things. You are going to find right now, dropping in the chat, the poll for this week. I hope I had it set up. Where did it go? Oh, I hope I didn't lose it. Really? I think I lost it. I had it set up. Let me see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows open. It's not that one. It's not that one. Yep, I think I lost it. Okay. Well, let me drop this poll in the chat real quick to you again. Luckily. Yeah. Oops. Didn't have that muted. Got to get through a commercial. A commercial from Michael's. There we go. And I do apologize because I did have this set up. Okay, there's your poll. You can go ahead and start responding to it. We are going to head over and look at the one on the channel and see what everyone said over there. So let me share screen here. All right. So poll number 33 said, am I, Cynthia, good at skipping rocks? And then I asked you guys, have you ever skipped rocks and are you good at it? Leave a comment below. 54% of you said that you think I can skip rocks, and 46% of you said no, it just sinks to the bottom. I always like looking at the comments, so let's take a look at your comments. And thank you to all of you who did comment. You know, this is an opportunity to possibly end up on a giveaway wheel. Miss Wanda says, I was never able to accomplish skipping rocks. I tried several times. Well, thank you, Miss Wanda, for sharing. Zach says, I cannot skip rocks. I've never been able to skip rocks. Thank you, Zach, for sharing. Margie says, I haven't skipped rocks in a very long time, so I can't remember if I'm good at it or not. Thank you, Miss Margie. And Candi says, I sort of can skip rocks or skip stones, excuse me. Thank you, Candi. Samantha says, hi, Cynthia. I can't skip rocks, and I tried to learn how to, but I was never good at doing it. But maybe someday I'll give it a try again and keep up the great work on your YouTube channel and keep working on your projects. Miss Terry said, why? I don't know, see a feeling. I'm not sure what that was about. I'm not sure what that meant. Samantha responded again. But thank you guys so much for responding. So in this poll, 54% said yes, and 46% said no. So I'm going to let y'all continue responding for just a little bit longer, and I'm going to see if I can sip on this. It is just as good with water as it is with milk. So if you're not a milk drinker, you can drink it just with the water, and it is very yummy and refreshing. But I cannot tell you which one I like better. The regular chai tea latte or the mint one. They're both so yummy and so good and so rich and fulfilling. And when I say rich, I don't mean sweet. I just mean like warm and in just so thank you, Wanda, for introducing me to tea lattes. That makes for a very special tea party. So thank y'all for joining me here. Okay, let's go look at the poll in the chat and see what you got. Whoa. No. Wrong one. Well, now you know the answer. 69% of you said, yes, you think I can, and 31% of you said no. So I'm going to go ahead and end that poll. And of course, as I just already showed you, the answer is no. I am not good at skipping rocks. They just plunk to the bottom. So, which is fine. We can't all be good at everything. So it's better to be good at something. But yep, I cannot skip rocks. I have tried. If they skip, it would be like a small little once and then boom, it's down. And as I put it, it just plunks to the bottom. So I've always enjoyed the art of trying to skip rocks. But yeah, I've never been able to skip rocks. But that's okay. That's okay. It was always fun to hang out with those that I was and try. But you know me, I love just being out in nature. So I'm good with not being able to skip rocks and take in the nature. But anyway, I always enjoy doing these polls with you guys. So thank you so much to those of you that participate. I appreciate that so much. And let's see. It will not go out till next Thursday, so we have it for the Thursday we come back. But I am going to give you a sneak peek at the next poll so you can be thinking about your answer. Oh, I have the answer ready, but I don't have the poll ready, and I'll tell you why. Because one of the answers I am going to get Mr. Joyful to help me take a very special picture for. And so anyway, so you'll just have to wait for that to come out on the channel next Thursday for our time together on the 13th. Okay, let me just check on the chat for a moment. I'm going to go find those emojis that you guys left for me. And I know you guys did a wonderful job welcoming anyone in if someone came in. And I do see a couple folks that came in, and we'll get to greeting them in just a moment. I'm trying to find those emojis real quick. And there they are. Thank you so much, Samantha and Angela, for those. Oh, yes, Katie. Thank goodness you've got an ENT appointment coming up. That is going to be very, very helpful. I'm praying that the ear, nose, and throat doctor will be able to help give you some answers and just some comfort and relief. Okay. Oh, that sounds so yummy, Alicia. She says she is having peppermint tea right now. I love it. I hope I can get my MZ issue fixed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hello, LaTanya. Welcome in. And Nug, so good to have you here. I will. But if you decide you would like to just try it, let me know, and I'll still send you a box. Thank you guys so much for loving on each other. I appreciate that so much, and welcoming each other in. I did answer that, Samantha, but we've got so much to go through tonight that you can either text me or you can go back and watch it at the beginning of the live, but I did answer that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Fun first, responsibilities later is what it says. Thank you for that, Dawn. Hello, Connie. Welcome in. Nugs. So good to see you. Thank you guys so much for pouring out love to her as she came in. Thank you for not leaving her standing at the front door while I was busy chatting. I appreciate that. And she says, greetings to all of her beautiful, fabulous, amazing Yarny friends. And she says, how are y'all doing today? And for those of you that have been here, if you will, drop in the chat and tell Connie what she is. Thank you, Wanda, for saying welcome in to everyone coming in. Dawn says, doing well, Connie. Thank you for asking. Hello, Sonja. Welcome in. And Nugs, my friend. Welcome home from work. Hope it was a great day. Thank you guys so much for loving on her. Dawn says she is drinking an adult beverage tonight. You go, my friend. All right. Ooh, raspberry lemonade. Now you're talking. That sounds really divine. Angela Wright says she is doing fine. And Alicia says Kate is having her sleepy time tea. That is some good tea. It was so much fun meeting up with Jonathan. I'm so glad. So as I started to say earlier, my son Jonathan is working right now in Conway where Dawn lives. And so he was very kind and gracious to take the traveling box of joy to her. And so they did get to meet. And I'm glad it was a great visit, Dawn. And thank you so much for being willing to meet up with him. I worry none about that one having polite manners. He is such a gentleman through and through. So thank you guys again so much for loving on each other. And if you will, if you haven't already, help me tell Connie and Sonja exactly what they are. And if I get to the bottom of the chat and I don't see it, then I will tell them. Again, thank you guys so much for loving on each other. Angela Wright, Sonja, is who Fells is. That's actually her husband's name, but yeah, that's Angela Wright. Hello, Mateo. Welcome in. So good to see you. Welcome. That's Connie's other channel, you guys. Connie, please be sure and drop the word joy. This is Connie's new channel, you guys. You need to check it out. And I think I shouted it out on the community post as well. Thank you guys for loving on our sweet Mateo. And there it is. She dropped joy. So there's her channel right there. So that is Connie. That's back on me giving the apple about Dawn being the first recipient of the traveling box of joy. So as you can see, it started on the East Coast this time and is heading to the West Coast. Normally it always starts. The last 3 years, it started on the West Coast and came to the East Coast. And so for this year, for our 4th year, I decided to start it on the East Coast and take it to the West Coast and bring it back to the East Coast. So Margie says she got it right on both the poll. Awesome. Samantha says I got it wrong, but you learned something new about me. Not necessarily an important fact about me, but just still learned something. And I learned something about you as well. So thank you for answering that. Wanda says I was wrong too, Samantha. Well, glad y'all could learn something tiny and new about me. Alicia says, I tried and I can't remember if I can. Well, sometimes it's just great to just frolic outside and have fun. So Samantha says, I changed my answer on the community tab. It's all in the wrist, so it depends on the day for me, right? Well, my wrist is good at crochet hooking, so I'm happy with that. Connie says she has never tried to skip rocks. Well, sometime you'll have to just give it a try. Nice. Suseanne got it right. Awesome. Awesome. You guys, I really appreciate your participation in this. I really do. I love the polls. I love not only allowing you to learn sometimes funny and interesting, important facts about me, but it helps me learn a lot about you guys as well. And I love that. I love building the bridges and making connections. So it builds for a strong family foundation. So thank you so much. Dawn says, me too, Suseanne. I have to have the right mood to skip a rock. Again, look at all that beautiful love in the chat. And Sonja's saying hello to Mishi. Connie says, I finally got answers from the ear, nose, and throat doctor. What did they say? Samantha says she is having tea soon. Yummy, yummy. Hope you enjoy your tea. Samantha says, I want to try some of that tea. Well, maybe you'll be next month's tea winner. Thank you, Alicia. Connie and Sonja are indeed beautiful. They are. Thank you, Margie. Yes, they are beautiful. And yes, Latanya is beautiful. Thank you, Dawn, for catching our Latanya there and reminding her just how beautiful she is as well. Dawn says Connie is beautiful. Yes, thank you, Margie. Latanya and Sonja are both beautiful. I love it. Thank you, Angela. They are all beautiful. I sent you text messages. Okay, just now? Well, I will check them after the live because I know all my text messages were cleared and I'd responded to them before the live. So I will check it afterwards when I'm not so busy. Yes, Margie. Mateo is handsome. Wanda says, everyone, please give our sweet Miss Cynthia a thumbs up. Thank you so much. As always, I do always appreciate all the different ways that you can give support, but leaving a thumb up is the easiest way to do that besides just showing up. So thank you so much, Miss Wanda, for that beautiful reminder. I appreciate it. Let's see. Indeed, you all are, Miss Dawn. She says we are all beautiful. You guys, I never, ever get tired of seeing the love pouring out in this channel. Thank you guys so much. They are all beautiful, Angela. Thank you so much. Connie says, thank you. Wanda says, you are beautiful, ladies and gents. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Mateo says, thank you, Margie. That is nice of you. Oh. Okay, I will check them out afterwards, hun. I'm a little bit busy right now, unless it's something emergent that I need to see. Oh, wow. Connie's going to get a haircut tomorrow. Can't wait to see that. You are beautiful, Samantha. Always through and through. Sonja says thank you to her beautiful friends. Oh, you're so sweet, Samantha. Yes, we are all beautiful. Connie says, I have a 75% deviated septum on the right side with a spur, swollen turbinates on the left and right, and an infection deep in my left nostril. My nose is pretty blocked up. Well, luckily for you, they figured out what's going on, and hopefully you guys are on a course to taking you to complete healing. So I know that's got to be miserable, Connie. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Miss Sonja, you are so sweet. She gifted a membership. Oops, my chat jumped. Let me pull this up so we can see who it was gifted to. And it was gifted to Sunita. Yay! Sunita got that membership. Let me write this down so I can welcome her in on the community post when I go over there to correct Dawn's. And Dawn, again, I'm so sorry for that. I know you know it wasn't intentional, and I know you know all that I've had going on. Thank you so much for that, Miss Sonja. And we will celebrate and recognize all of that at the end. Connie says, I barely get any air in my nose if I breathe through it, so she has to mouth breathe. Now, is that what you do naturally? Are you a mouth breather, or do you breathe through your nose? I'm a nose breather. I always breathe through my nose. If I had to try and breathe through my mouth, it's really hard. So Suseanne says, deviated septum here too. I understand. I'm glad you are getting help. Well, you guys can definitely support one another. We're praying for both of you. That is for sure. Connie says, going to have to get a nose job, LOL, a septoplasty surgery. Oh my goodness. What did I do with my, oh, here it is. Wow, Connie. Do you know when that's going to happen? Or is that still in the making? Margie says, Connie, I know that feeling because I've had a deviated septum. I had surgery to correct it. And was the surgery helpful, Miss Margie? Oh, Sonja, thank you so much for those nugs and prayers for Miss Connie. Connie says that she's normally a mouth breather. That's why my oxygen levels dip. My body isn't getting enough oxygen. Got you. Well, definitely keep us posted on the surgery. Okay. Our next spill the tea is going to be on our joy word. Oh, no, it's not. Look what just happened. Oh my goodness. And Miss Margie says that surgery was very helpful. And Connie says she got to get her clearances first and then they will schedule it. Awesome, awesome. Well, you guys, we have a giveaway today. What? Yes, we have a giveaway. So let me go open our giveaway wheel and I am going to share with you where that is happening. Let's see. And I'm terrible. I'm not terrible. I've literally been working so hard on getting this channel back together, but I did not get this stuff prepped and prepared. So we're going to have to just take the time and do it together. And I hope that y'all will give me the grace for that. So let me grab this part of my channel and we'll go over there and take a look at it together. So let me get over there and then I'll tell you where it was selected for this week. And it is in a member activity. And so I thought you guys are going to think that I am rigging this to only celebrate my members. So I promise you that is not the case. But it did choose for us to pick a winner. Oh, wait, it was building special moments with the Joy team. So you know what that means? It wasn't comments. So that means the next time we are together, and let me make a note of this. The next time we have a building special moments with the Joy team, I'm to pick a winner in the chat. So that's where that's going to happen. All right, bear with me a second. Let me write this down. So per se for that, we won't have that winner tonight. So our next Joy Team Live is on August the 10th. So that's where we will pick a winner from the chat. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. And the Eagles are aware of this, so they've got my back. But I had decided that we would do another giveaway tonight because I didn't want y'all thinking that I was showing favoritism. But remember, once all those opportunities are gone, they will not be back on the wheel until we've been through all the possible ways that you can win a giveaway on the channel. So we did spin the wheel again of choosing joy somewhere else to give a giveaway from, and it came from our super chats. So let me pull that wheel open. So if you have given a super sticker, super chat, or jewels prior to tonight, because I don't have tonight's on the wheel, but they will go on it for next time, then you are on here. So let me get this wheel open. Let's see. Here we go. Let me share screen so you can see what I see. We're going to close out this little commercial here. And these are the folks that are on this wheel. I've got Candi on here 5 times for jewels. Kate Hannon is on here. That would have been for a super sticker, super chat. Dom P is on here 1, 2, 3, 4 times for super sticker, super chats. Once for jewels. Growing What I Eat is on here for jewels. Kim from Southern Winter is on here for jewels. Miss Margie is on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times for super sticker, super chats. Mishi is on here for jewels. Sonja is on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times for super sticker, super chat. And Stephanie is on here twice for super sticker, super chats. Now, if you give a super sticker, super chat, or jewel, then you will stay on this wheel all year round, and we will clear it at the end of December. But again, this will go into a little freeze after tonight until all possible avenues of giveaways have been selected. All right, I think that's good enough. So let's go ahead and spin our wheel, and good luck. And it goes to Miss Margie. Congratulations, Miss Margie. You are our winner. So, Miss Margie, let me clear this off. I do need to remove her name there. So we're going to take that entry off. Since we do leave all of these on, and then we're going to save this. And somewhere, I don't remember reading Trayvon's out, but I see his right there. And Tank. Oh, I left some people off. I must not have scrolled down all the way. Let me save that. Because I'm seeing more people. I must not have scrolled down. I apologize. I did not. So Tank was on there, by the way, for 4 times for super sticker, super chats. Tiffany was on there 3 times for super sticker, super chats, and then twice for jewels. Trayvon was on there 5 times for super sticker, super chats. Vicky Oodles was on there 5 times. And Wanda was on there for jewels for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So I apologize, I didn't scroll all the way down, but you were on the wheel. Okay, so that has been saved. So, Miss Margie, let me grab our Choose Joy box. And any number that you still see facing forward, you can select. And while she's doing that, I want to share with you guys all the different ways that are still available where a giveaway can happen, just so you're aware. If it doesn't give something specific, like where it says just Bible chats, that means in the chat, in the live itself. Then it could be comments from Bible chats. It could be the chatter wheel, which we've already, comments. We've done the chatter wheel, but if you leave a comment on the chatter wheel post, then you could win a possible giveaway entry. Then there's the community post comments that are not related to videos or lives. So that's birthdays, that's the agendas, that's any post that's on the community post. If you comment, but it has an opportunity to get on that wheel. And then we also have, let's see, we haven't brought, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I need to rename these because I'm coming up with a different name for that segment. But we'll talk about that later today when it gets closer. Then there's Cynthia's Choice. And since the Eagles helped me with this, they also have an Eagles Choice, which means they can choose anywhere to randomly do that giveaway. Then if you give Happy Mail, so like Jen and Suseanne, you went on that wheel, by the way, for gifting the tea to me. Joy House Tea Party comments, that's after this live if you leave a comment. If you comment using the joy word, Joyful Creations with the Joy Team, that's our Tuesday night live where we're working on the Harvest Friendship Blanket. Movie night comments, Once Upon a Storybook, pajama party comments, which we don't have that going on. That won't happen till October, but that's a possibility. If you turn in pictures, if you participate on the poll and leave a comment, which like the comments that we read. Real Delight on Friday night, that's if you show up, then I get to pick somebody there. And if you leave a comment on the post that I put announcing it, that's another possibility. Same thing with the Reel It In Sunday movies, sitting around the craft table and then also leaving comments. Traveling Box of Joy, leaving comments on the videos, and then the watch party on Thursday nights for movie night. So there's so many different ways. And just a reminder, since all this is still new and fresh, the ways that we've already had giveaways was in Once Upon a Storybook comments, Eagle comments on their live. I do put the tea people up here when they win tea. Tea Party Live. That's where we gave it away in the chat. Building Special Moments with the Joy Team comments, chatter wheel, memberships. And then, of course, this week we'll be selecting somebody from the next Building Special Moments with Joy Team live. And then now we just did Miss Margie with Super Chats. So those are all the random ways that you have an opportunity to choose some joy. Let me close this out and then see what number Miss Margie has chosen. Sonja says, I miss being able to be in Bible chats, but you are doing the adulting thing, and I know you love your job, so we miss you too, though. Thank you guys for congratulating Miss Margie. Oh, thank you, Jen. She was complimenting on the colors on the wheel. Connie says, Suseanne, I never got asthma until my sinuses got really bad around 2019. All right. And there is Miss Margie's number 3. So let me pull this out and put this down. Okay, let's find out what Miss Margie has won. Ooh, Miss Margie, you won a hook. You won a Furls Aries K 6.5 hook. So I'll tell you what, Miss Margie, I will dig that out while we are playing our Community Makes video, and I will show that then. Because we're going way over, and I still got so much to share. But there was something else in Miss Margie's envelope. Does anybody know what that means? Anybody know what that means? What does this scratch off card mean? Thank you guys for congratulating Miss Margie. That's right, Wanda. That means another winner. I specifically have kept a quarter up here just in case this happens. There's 6 of these in our Choose Joy box. So it was about time for us to get one. So let me scratch this and see what happens. I'm trying to remember what this means. Hang on a second. I don't remember what that means. It's a cash prize, but then I said and card, which means it comes from the chat. I don't know what the card meant. Sorry. I'm trying to remember what that meant. This is why one should not go long without sleep. I don't remember what card was supposed to be. But anyway, it was for $5 in cash and a card, but I'm not sure what the card was. So I'm going to double it and make it $10 cash. So we need to figure out who is going to get $10. You can either receive it as cash or you can receive it as an Amazon gift card, or you can get it through PayPal or Cash App. But $10. So let's put I tell you what, let me introduce the joy word and we'll put the joy word in the chat, and that's how we'll pick the winner from the chat for $10. Okay. So your joy word for tonight is change. Change. That is your joy word for tonight. So if you guys want to go ahead and start typing that in the chat, you can. But change. I'm just going to click on this so I can get that off the screen. There we go. So what does change mean? Change means, bear with me, got to get to my notes. The act or process or result of being different. It can be physical appearance, opinions, or shift in condition. Some synonyms for the word change is transform, switch, vary, or adapt. So what does change mean here in the Joyful House? It means to be the transformation that you need to make to offer yourself a profound and positive life that brings you joy and leads you to joy and allows you to naturally be joyful and be joy to others. So here in the Joyful House, change means to be the transformation you need to offer yourself a profound and positive life that brings you joy, leads you to joy, and allows you to naturally be joyful and be the joy to others. So while you're continuing to put change in the chat, So again, this is your joy word. If you use it in a comment after the live, that gives you an extra opportunity for a giveaway. So while you're continuing to write that word in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into our Chasing the Fun. So if you will, join me. And I think my computer has locked up. So let me see if I can go back over here. Yep. I have locked up. So I've got to pop out a minute and pop back in. So I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Let's chase our fun. Okay, if you'll remember on Chasing Our Fun last week, we were challenged to fall in love with our home, and we were challenged to get something that could be like a signature piece to kind of spruce up one of our spaces here in our home. And so I did do that, and I want to show you what I chose. And I think it's really appropriate for the Joyful House. Here we go. This is the piece I chose to spruce up my studio. And every time I see it, I will think of all of the Joy family. Dun, 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 dun. Now tell me, is that not like appropriate for the Joyful House with all of our nugs, nugs, nugs? I love it. They have more that also have the I love you sign. So eventually I do plan on trying to acquire one of those as well. But I chose this one. You could get them in so many different designs, but I chose this one because it has like all the colors, and it's very bright and vibrant. It makes me think of yarn. It makes me think of craftiness. And so it just really just warms my heart and reminds me of all the love that you guys bring. So nugs and joy, everyone. But this is the little piece that I chose to brighten up the room, and I plan on putting it behind me on that little table that normally you guys get to see, right there with the plaque that Miss Dawn gave me that says Amazing Grace. But for this week, Chasing Our Fun, we are challenged to fall in love with change. And Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. And Annie says, we're doing this from Annie's little book, Chase the Fun. And Annie says, it's a little funny to me how often I hear myself say that I want to stay curious and teachable, but then my gut reaction when I hear the word change is to bristle and resist. Because aren't those all really forms of the same thing, differing degrees on the same spectrum? I think they are. So why are we reluctant to give in to change in our lives? I heard a wise pastor talk about this once. He said there are two types of change that we face in our lives: change we want to make and change we have to make. We welcome change when it's something we want, when it's a promotion at work, when it's the home we've always dreamed of. But it gets trickier when there's change we know we need to do, but don't necessarily want to do it. Change we have to make, like when your doctor says you're going to feel better if you cut out this certain food, or when a move to a new city is right for your family, but means leaving dear friends behind. And it's especially tough to face change when it's not your choice and when it's out of your control. When you lose a job or experience the death of a loved one, Hear me, friend. I get it. No one enjoys feeling out of control. The way to fall in love with change is to trust the process. That's a phrase they teach at Onsite, a therapy center just outside of Nashville, where they host all kinds of workshops and programs that help people live healthier, more centered lives. Trust the process. You see, change is simply that, a process. It takes time and it can hold some discomfort. It requires more from us than we realize that we even have within us, but it always, always contains a gift. There's a gift for you in it if you'll be patient and keep digging and trust the process. The best news of all, when you're facing change, it's that you're not alone. The God who created you and loves you also loves to finish what he starts. That's what Paul writes about in Philippians chapter 1, verse 6, where he says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it out till the day of completion." He starts good things and he sticks with us all the way until they're done, till they're finished, till they're completed, perfected. So with that as our anchor, we can fall in love with change. So here is our challenge. Think about a change that you've walked through and how you grew through it. In your quiet time or just in a time of reflection, think about that change and think about maybe one that you are currently experiencing and see how you can encourage yourself within your own history. So that is our challenge this week, to chase our fun and fall in love with change. And that takes me back to the chat. So we're going to select someone to win $10. You'll need to email me. I'll put my email up on the screen. You'll need to let me know if you want it as $10 in cash. Or maybe that's what it was, cash in a card. That's what it was. Well, I doubled it anyway. So you can either get it as a $10 bill in a card from me, or you can get it as an Amazon gift card or Cash App or PayPal. But you can just email me and tell me your response. But first, let's go see who that person is. And I'll have to set up sharing my screen again since I had to go out. You know, I changed my mouse cursor to purple so I could find it easier, but sometimes it's still not as easy to find between the two screens. Okay. We have 10 entries, so here we go. Good luck, everyone. And it goes to Angela Wright. Congratulations, Angela. You are our winner. So, Angela, if you will, email me and let me know how you want to receive that $10. And I know you have it, but just in case, here is my email. All right. Well, that was fun. And Miss Margie, I will get that hook while we are watching our video. I have a couple folks that sent in some pictures of them chasing their fun. So let's take a look at that. We're going to head over to the video room. Now, 2 of these videos were too large that I could not upload them to StreamYard, so we're going to catch them over here. But first, let's look at these that we have here, and I'm going to step out a minute so you can receive some extra joy. All right. The first person chasing their fun is Miss Candi. Now, I love that Candi can find all those forms of joy at work. And our next person chasing their fun is Miss Margie. You'll see some pictures from her trip when she went to go visit her daughter and grandkids. So here we go. All right. Thank you, Candi and Margie, for sharing that. I'm going to get us back over to the tea room, and I've got one more person who sent in chasing their fun. Margie says, Wanda, it was loads of fun. Everyone's like, how fun, Margie? Looks like fun. I know she said that she did have a really great time. Right, Jen? That did look like a lot of fun. Okay, let me share screen. And this is Miss Sonja sending in chasing her fun. And she did quite a few things, from the park and nature to canning. So without further ado, this is Miss Sonja chasing her fun. Uh-oh. Can you guys hear that? Is the sound coming through? And I did not handbrake these, so I'm noticing that some of the words are going off the page a little bit. But could y'all hear that playing? Yes? Good. Okay. So sweet. Canning. Love it. Huh, there should have been more in that, Miss Sonja. I'll have to look into that. There should have been a lot more in there, because she had some fun at the park, and that's why it wouldn't let me upload it, because that video was so big. But I'll look into that. Miss Margie, I found your hook. I'm going to show that after we do our Community Makes video. So let me pull this down for just a moment and get this video up of our Community Makes. Yeah, I see all of those pictures. So let me do this. Let me see here. If this would work. Oh no, they're really big. I was going to just try and show you the pictures. Well, Miss Sonja, I'm going to apologize that those pictures did not, for some reason, get attached to the end of your video. So I will work on that and have it fully ready for the next time we are together at our next tea party. I apologize for that. All right. This is our Community Makes. I have not added everyone to the information box below this video, this live, but I will before the night is over. And thank you again for sharing. Hello, Joy family. Welcome into the Joyful House, and thank you for stopping by and joining me for our weekly storybook adventure. Really? How rude. How rude, how rude, how rude. All right. Thank you again to everyone that sent in pictures. Appreciate that. And I tell you what, it never fails. My monitor always goes off when I'm trying to record. It is so rude, so rude. You can wait and tell me later what you need to tell me. No, I'm very grateful for my monitor, but it never fails these days. Every time I start to record, it goes off. Okay, Miss Margie, this is your Furls hook. It is the Aries hook. It is a K6.5, and this is what it looks like. It is in this beautiful, gorgeous pink and red. And I've already got a box going for Miss Margie. She won that row counter, and she's also got an anniversary gift that will be going to her. So I will get this added to the community page and your box, and we will get that out to you. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to Angela. And I'm going to head over to the party room a moment so I can give those ladies a great big congratulations. And then I do want to recognize some folks, and then we are done. However, if you want to stay for just a few minutes longer, I have a little bit of yarn that I thought that I would share with y'all that came in this week. All right, but first, I have a couple folks I want to recognize. And first, I want to say thank you to Dawn and to Mishi for gifting jewels. So thank you, ladies, so much for that sweet and special gift. And then I also want to say thank you to Dawn P. and to Miss Margie and to Alicia for their milestone recognition. Again, a reminder that Lucy is celebrating 4 years and Miss Dawn is celebrating 2, not 1 year. So I will get that corrected. Again, I am so sorry, Miss Dawn. I was trying to keep up with all of my regular weekly stuff on top of recreating, and well, I guess I didn't handle it well. So I apologize for that, but I will get that taken care of. But do want to say thank you to you ladies for all the support that you bring to the channel. I truly appreciate all of it. And then one more quick shout out to Miss Sonja for gifting a membership to Sunita. And so, Miss Sonja, I would like to say thank you to you, and this is for you. And then for Dawn, Mishi, Margie, and Alicia, this is my thank you to you. And you guys, I thought we had some new Joy family to recognize. And then I thought, well, maybe I just didn't get it up. But even I am having to get used to the new stuff. They are on here. I just didn't recognize it because it's not, what I'm used to seeing. But we did have 2 new Joy family members that hit that subscribe button. So if you will, help me welcome them in as well. And they are Malachi Holland. And we also have new to the Joy family, Gwendolyn Plummer. So help me welcome them in, if you will. So welcome in Malachi and Gwendolyn. That is all I have for tonight other than showing yarn. So if you need to go, I understand. But if you've got a few more minutes, I'd love for you to stay and hang out. So Robin from Roaming with Rober and Dana from Wonderless Crochet, they had a little bit of a yarn sale a couple weeks ago. And so I did purchase a few things and I thought I would share with you. Now, most of this is all the same thing, but I'm going to pull them all out here. I have never tried this yarn before, so I'm really excited to try it. Y'all know I love the fingering yarns. I love the DK weights because I love making baby clothes. I love making baby things, and I love making wearables. And so I'm excited to try this. It is very soft and plush and squishy, but this is from the Sheepies, the Whirlettes. And it's in this beautiful, beautiful color red. The original price on this was $10, and I think I got it. I think I paid $5 a piece for them. But it is, let's see, 60% cotton, 40% acrylic, and it is a fingering weight yarn. So that's what it looks like. And it doesn't give a colorway. It gives a number palette. Oh, it does give a color. It's called Sizzle. It's called Sizzle. And I had actually purchased 6 of these. So I am definitely looking to make some kind of probably baby dress with these, probably with the matching I see it, but I cannot pull the word out. I apologize. It's like a diaper cover, but it's not. Bloomers. I'll probably make a dress with bloomers and perhaps maybe even baby booties with it as well. And if I have enough left over, then I will make like a headband or something with it to go with it, which is all my specialty, my love, my passion. And then I got one more type of yarn from, and I got all of these from Dana. And I got this. This is also new. I've never tried this before, but it is Circulo yarn, and it is 100% cotton. And this does not come in a color. It comes in as a number, which is 6085 in the Circulo yarn. It's got 370 yards, and I forgot to tell you, these little guys, they have quite a bit of yardage in them. Well, it's actually not saying on here. It actually does not share. Yeah. I don't know. Well, how interesting. But on this one, it's 370 yards. It is 100% cotton, and it is a DK3. So that was the yarn that I got from Miss Dana. And then Miss Kim from Southern Winter gifted me for my birthday a Lion Brand gift card. And I had one other person that donated me some money for my birthday. They asked to remain anonymous. So the combination of them helped me get this wonderful box of yarn from Lion Brand. These I love. They're all ice cream yarn, by the way. These are all colors that I have never had before. And if you know me, I love the ice cream yarn. And I have a lot of yarn for little girl stuff. So when I purchased this yarn, I tried to get stuff that I felt was more gender specific to boys, so that I could make more boy outfits, especially like baby sleeping rompers and stuff like that. Excited to learn how to make other things using my Joy Stitch. You guys, that is one thing I lost, was my kiddo and my adult pattern for the Joy sweaters, like what's on the mannequin. So I'm hoping to sit down and brainstorm and retrieve those patterns. So those of you that had volunteered to test those for me, as soon as I can pull it from here, unless my data's recovered, I will get those out as soon as I can, if I can do it. If not, I'll create another one. So, but I do apologize that happened. So these are two of the colors that I got. They're like this mint green with a little bit of white. And each of these has 394 yards in it. They are 100% acrylic. And they are all a light 3 fingering weight yarn, which of course is one of my favorites. The colorway that they call this, and I love the names that they give these, but this one is just called Mint, which is, you know, nothing spectacular, but appropriate. The next color, I love this. I love, love, love it. This is called Butter Pecan, and it's got different variations of blues in it with a little bit of gray, a little bit of white, a little bit of a tan brown. So really, really cute color combination there. And then of course, how to get some blue and white. And this is just simply called Blueberry. And of course, the specs are the same on all of these. But so this is Blueberry. It's just a little bit of variegated blue hues. It's like a lot of light blue, kind of like a sky blue, and a little bit darker blue, like maybe a water blue. And then it does have some white running through it. This one I like way more after I got it than I did when we purchased it. I wasn't 100% sure, but I absolutely love it. And one day I may just go get enough to make a sweater for myself, but I have fallen in love with this coffee. So it's got the variegated browns through it. They are more on the lighter brown side, and it's also got some off-white, but I just love that. I've never been one really drawn to some of the muter tones, but I do love these. So I thought those came out really, really pretty, especially more in person than, you know, on the screen. All right. And this colorway is called Twin Berry Cheesecake. And oh my gosh, this just looks so yummy. It's a coral. There's a dark coral and a very light kind of peachy color side by side here. There is a little bit of a kind of a sea green, not a mint green, but kind of a sea green, and then a light blue, and then some white. But this coral in the screen there, it looks very, very pink, but it is not. It is definitely more of a coral color than it is where it appears to be a hot pink there. Now, when I pull it back, you get a little bit better, but not much. It still looks kind of pink in there, but it is very much a coral color, not a pink. Now, these are not so much, you know, little boy colors. These are definitely more girly girl colors, but nonetheless, I never had them. So I got this one. This is called Raspberry Ripple. And that is a hot pink that you see. And that is very true to the color that it is. It is very, very hot and luscious there. And then it's got like this really kind of cotton candy kind of pink running through it. Your blue. And then, of course, that dark purple. And then the white. That is really pretty. And then the last color set I got is Parfait, I believe. Yes, Parfait. I love this. This is really pretty. This is going to make up really nice. But it's got your soft, you know, colors of blue, lavender, a light orange. You can see running through here. And light blue. I don't know if I said that. Yellow. And there's a little bit of peach. So where the orange and the yellow meet, it's kind of got a little bit of a peachy feel to it. But those are really pretty. Made me think of those swirl lollipops. So, and then I did get one more. This is one of their bigger skeins. And I started to get two, but then I thought, well, you know, I'm really not sure what it's going to look like. Your girl should have gotten two, but that's okay. It's a large skein, so it will go far. But it is in the color Watermelon. And you guys, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh. I absolutely love that. But this is one of the larger skeins that they have. And it has, and it's still a fingering lightweight 3. It is still 100% acrylic, by the way. But there is 1,117 yards in this particular skein. Or skein, however you call it. I always say skein, but I know some people say skein. But oh my gosh, it is just absolutely beautiful. So I may hold this off and wait till I get some more, because I think this would be really pretty as, like, you know, kind of like a layette set with a baby blanket and a sweater and maybe a little, you know, beanie hat or something. So yeah, that was really pretty. Can't wait to see how that actually works up. So, but that is the yarn that I had to show. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I certainly am going to enjoy making things with it and showing it to you and sharing it with you. All right. And by the way, since I love the ice cream yarn, I want y'all to know that I have decided that when we go to refill the Choose Joy box again, that I will make sure that I throw some ice cream yarn as one of the giveaways in the boxes, so that you guys, if you've never tried it, can try it and know why I love it so much. Okay, let me go check on the chat, and then we're going to wrap up our tea party. What a great another tea party we have had. Thank you guys so much for being here. Without you being here, it wouldn't be fun, it wouldn't be joyful, and it definitely is the place to be, because you guys are here filling it with so much love and joy and kindness and generosity. You truly lift my spirits every week. Thank you, guys. Dawn says, can't wait to see all the lovely items you make. Well, Dawn, in all honesty, I plan on making things with some of those baby patterns that you shared with me, that you had come in, that you received. I can't think of the words. I'll be honest, y'all. I'm so tired. My brain is mush. But anyway, I'm excited to try some of those patterns that you sent me, that you got and gifted to me. So I'm excited. Thank you, Angela. She says, very beautiful. I'm kind of going backwards up, but Laura says, beautiful. Laura says, love the colors in the yarn. They're very, very bright and just warm, inviting colors, which is really great for, you know, working with baby stuff. So, and Samantha said, beautiful. Laura says she loves the blueberry one. Yes, that is very pretty. And what I may do, instead of actually like picking some yarn and putting it in there, is what I may do is just put ice cream yarn and allow the winner to pick 2 skeins of their color choice. So that way you can definitely get to choose the one you like the most. So I think that's how I'll do that. Thank you, Angela S. Good to see you back. Hope Lucia had fun swimming. And I see everyone wishing Sonja a good night. So thank you for doing that. And of course, she's probably gone now, but good night, Sonja. And Wanda says the Circulo Natural Sizzle should be 247. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, that was Sheepy's yarn. Is that the same, Wanda? Because I don't know. I've never used it before. So is this considered Circulo too? Because this is the one you're talking about, right? The sizzle. But it's undoubtedly got a lot, because it's packed tight. Even though it's soft and squishy, y'all can see me squishing it. It's solid. It's solid. There, so I know there's a lot of yarn in there. And of course, being that light fingering weight. Yeah. But that would be awesome. So I'm excited. Pushing my tail back in there. I'm so excited to try that. And Sonja saying, I'm getting ready for bed. Hope y'all have a blessed night. So thankful she came in and spent some time with us after a long day at work. And I see you guys welcoming in Miss Linda. So welcome in, Miss Linda. Awesome. Awesome, Angela. Thank you. And I'll make sure it gets added to the Crafts of the Heart video for next Wednesday. And there's our sweet Linda popping in. Nugs, nugs. So good to see you. And Sonja says, nice. That color is wow. And I would guess she's probably talking about the sizzle. Thank you guys for welcoming our new Joy family in. I appreciate that so much. Well, this wraps up our evening, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And also want to once again offer up a congratulations to Margie and to Angela Wright for being our winners tonight. I'll get all that stuff taken care of and get to you, and I'll go check the email. So hope you guys had fun. I know I did. And my notes are covered, but I'm pretty sure that we went over everything that we were supposed to. But the best rule of thumb here in the Joyful House is to always check the community page. The community page always keeps you in the loop of everything that is going on. So if you check in there, then you know exactly what is happening and where you can be. So well, with that, I do wish you guys a great weekend. Don't forget, tomorrow we have Cup to Hook Bible Chats at 1 p.m. as we continue studying the book of Philippians. And then tomorrow night, we have the grand finale of Call the Midwife. However, wait, there's more. They are not ending at season 15. After the prequel and after the movie, which are going to take place in around the World War II time frame and kind of bring in kind of the beginning of what took place in the Ananas house. They will then, in January or early part of next year in 2027, start filming season 16. They're already pulling it together now. And that's not all. They have already been given a green light to continue with more seasons past season 16. So I stand duly corrected from last Friday night. We are not at the end finale of Call the Midwife. There will eventually be more Call the Midwives, but until then, we will finish up Stranger Things and we'll start a new series and we'll catch Call the Midwife after we complete the new series. But anyway, would love to see you guys come out tomorrow night for our grand finale. Okay. And with that, I think that is everything. You're so sweet. I will get that corrected. In fact, that's probably one of the first things I'll correct. She says, I caught my daughter and now I'm back just in time to say goodnight. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you again so much for being here. I hope you do have a great weekend. Hope you have a great week next week. I certainly will be busy working on getting things ready for the upcoming month. And I have taken care of everything that needs to be scheduled and whatnot to go out next week. So I am fully focused on trying to not only work, but finish the Stranger Things blanket. So prayers that I get there. And if y'all see me pop up live for sitting around the craft table, please come up and chit chat with me as I sit there and work on those multiple single crochets I think there's like 380 something per row. And I usually have about 50 rows to do. So lots of single crochets. So, all right. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you when I see you guys. I love you. Thank you for coming. Good night.